Welcome to the showcase game here in sunny Wellington at Ellwood Park at Div 2 New Zealand Ultimate Nationals. We're here with ULTI.TV. Bringing to you. Loving this lovely weather here. The wind actually seems to have died a little bit. And hopefully my commentators will be quickly joining me. So yeah, the wind has died a little bit now, which is going to be good. And Blair Munro is here with me.
What a fantastic opportunity we have during everyone else's lunch break to gather around and witness some of the most dominant players in New Zealand Ultimate to come together and put on a display for us here at Ellwood Park.
I'm very excited.
So excited.
Yep. It's definitely going to be an exciting game. Oh, and the first pull goes up.
And it's volunteer Vortex to come out on defense against Big's offensive side.
Oh, and it was in.
Some great early disc movement.
Oh, and it's up. Looking for Lynch or Van Bergen. Oh, some great defensive play there. That was a spicy start to an exciting game, I'm sure. And Vanderpeet picks up the disc. Oh, and it's up.
Mackenzie.
Oh.
Little bit of a body check there by Rebecca Lynch, but there's no call made.
When Van Bergen makes some space, Lynch gets the under. Oh, great swings there. Through to O'Connor. Oh, almost gets it off, but great defensive play there. Oh, and it's up to Terry, who takes the first point of this game. Fantastic positioning there. Really stretched the offense deep, which is a lot of what we saw in the last game.
Absolutely. Turns out, when you've got great female cutters, just send them deep. They'll clean up.
And it looked almost too easy there for Terry. Great put, great receive.
Just a really elegant, graceful runner as well. Just uses the length and the height, just gets that separation. Easy peasy. We'll get to see that again. O'Connor with a big fake to shift the defense. Decides to holster, goes for the inside break. Quick 1-2. Nice leading pass, well ahead.
I think that was Panaya who put that.
Yeah. Well ahead of Owen Sun.
Oh, and Reisner puts up a huge ball.
Oh, Reisner, cut it out.
Oh, she's just fantastic. Fantastic player.
Judd working with Burke to initiate, really starting to shift the offense here. And that's it already. It's like Oliver Swanson to have pulled that one down for the score. Bringing it back to a 1-1 game is Volunteer Vortex. The locals who have kindly given up their weekend to come and put on this tournament for the teams in the Division 2 New Zealand Mixed Ultimate Championships. An opportunity for them to get out and stretch their legs.
Already
Hugely,
a spicy start.
hugely grateful to all of our volunteers.
Oh, absolutely. Doing an amazing job down here. Well, it looks like Judd will be taking this pole.
So just for those at home, my name is Blair Munro.
And I'm Lucy Ashford.
We are here at Awakairangi Park in beautiful Wellington. This is our showcase game. The score currently 1 apiece. Things are off to a spicy start. Ollie Judd with an absolute ripper of a pull. Fielded comfortably by Mr. Consistency himself. Big Joe Panaya.
Some great movement here.
Working with T-Tov Smith. Finds Becca Aston, far sideline marked by Judd. Goes up line for O'Connor. It blades over early, but it's Whitlock who comes down with it.
Once again displaying that with great height does come great responsibility.
The big bomber himself. Slowly progressing through the nicknames until the evolution of Big as a club in its first big outing. They'll be seeing a lot more of them next week at Division 1. But for now, some great ultimate on display.
Oh, we've got a hand there. Oh,
Huge rip
Mike
from
Big-
Big, but it's looking to fade and touch down just outside.
Mike Bagazzi with the huge pull. It's Van der Peet that picks it up.
Staley on the mark. So a reminder for those at home, Ultimate is a non-contact sport. So if a defender's pursuit of their assignment is impeded by the position of another player, then it does generate a stoppage and players are given the opportunity to catch up to where they believe they would have been. Caitlin Van der Peet getting separation on that juke.
Oh, yes, up to Liddell. Can she get it? Oh, what a great run.
What a monster put.
Great separation as well for Liddell. Oh, there's a pick called there.
Austin Clark on the reset.
Oh, he
Puts
puts
the
it
rip up.
Can Booth bring it down? Oh, great D there.
Absolutely fantastic.
Oh, and a hammer over the top. Oh, brought down there comfortably.
Volunteer Vortex tying up the game one more time.
Oh, that was a really nice play. I guess you got to take advantage of those moments where the gusts stop.
Absolutely. You don't always see
No.
a hammer in wind, particularly when you have a strong cross breeze. The flight path of a hammer means that more of the disc's face is exposed to the wind. It tends to act as a greater wind sail almost. And so we're going to get to see that again. Just the whip, almost like a catapult. There's not enough wind to cause the flight path to change too much. Had a great read, got underneath it. And now Volunteer Vortex are going to be coming out on defense. Leishman with the disc. We see the signal for readiness. Just waiting for the response from Big. There it is.
Oh, it's a great big pull.
Barely able to catch the shadow of that, but it is going to touchdown inbounds. What a fantastic play. Just managed to be kept alive by Terry. Huge layout by Sun. Using those long legs, puts the blade up and across, looking for Golby, manages to find him. Soon as Golby hits his 20s, everyone else in New Zealand Ultimate's going to be in a lot of trouble. It's Jackson Joel putting up the high forehand. A beautiful snag by Tyler T-Top Smith. Just a fantastic, perfect offensive point. A couple of minor bobbles there to start us off. It was a little shaky, a little scary. You could hear the tension on the sideline rising. But Terry was able to secure it, get that disc off the sideline. 1, 2 big shots, and that's all it takes to put Big back above the Volunteer Vortex.
We're just waiting for a hand now. The anticipation's building on this game. Oh, looks like we've got some contention over the current gender.
And so it is going to be Zoe Reisner with the disc to pull.
It's like a female matchup point, so there'll be four
female matching players.
Players on each team to this point. And once again, she just cracks out that amazing, ripper pulls.
What a dynamo!
Oh,
Everyone's Frisbee crush, really.
absolutely. Oh, Lynch to Judd, what a combo!
Oh, what a great grab by Ollie Judd, who we're going to see on our commentary booth a little bit later on. Finds Quixley.
Oh.
Quick tries to put one through, but Staley shuts that down. No, not Staley, sorry. Van Bergen had that one. There's Staley going for a deep cut on that near side. It's Jackson Joel. Back to Reisner.
Oh, Becca Aston making a great cut there.
Jackson Joel again.
Oh,
another hammer.
Oh, Booth just can't quite get there.
Great attempt. He saw the previous one and thought, hey, I can throw those.
Yeah.
And you definitely can, but the question is, are they catchable? In this instance, the answer is no. Possession is going to go back to the Volunteer Vortex, a long field ahead of them, but they have shown that they've got the throws to get them there.
Lynch with the disc currently. Oh, just a sensational handler. Oh, and there it is. The through the middle shot that she loves.
Sean Gardner, DJ Flex himself. We are going to see him in the commentary booth again a little bit later on. Cannot wait.
Oh.
There's the backhand. Who's got
let's
it?
Go.
Just enough by Nick Whitlock, the big bomber, to shut that one down. The first jump, clearly a fake, trying to throw off the offender. It's rule number, or probably 6 in Ultimate. Defense always has to go early. Maybe not quite that early. But there's the forehand.
Oh, Van Bergen. Oh,
working with Joel, some great give-go work. Riser on the far sideline, throws through to Van Bergen, right on the doorstep. Joel's wide open.
Oh, can Booth make it? Oh! Oh!
Whitlock, did he even catch that?
Yeah.
I know he touched it, but I thought he just scooped it forwards. What a beautiful continuation to find Booth for the score. We get to see that again. There's Van Bergen to Joel. And we're going to see half a second. What a fantastic release. Just absolutely crisp. Some really good give-go movement as well. Really good to see. And importantly, if we see that again, we just saw Jackson Joel could have continued his cut out in front of Zoe Reisner for the continuation, but he recognized that the defense was keeping pace, so he just slammed on the brakes and allowed the defense to overshoot, which allowed him to come back and widen up the field, which is just really, really good to see. So he set up that assist to the assist. So that is going to be.
And I think that's what makes like this team so formidable, is that teamwork.
So the score is now 4-3. Our scoreboard should update shortly to reflect that.
And Reisner picks up the disc, looking for Bogatsky. Can she get to him? Some great cover there.
Staley comes to Dinsdale near sideline, puts one up for Bagaki, comes down with the score to put it to 5-2. A great assist there by Emily Dinsdale, one of our wonderful tournament organizers. A huge shout out to both her and Rachel Larkin, who have done some fantastic work putting on this tournament. Huge amount of gratitude from the entire Ultimate community to go towards them. Relatively new to the tournament organizing space, tournament direction space, but they have done such a fantastic job. Everyone here is super grateful to the work that they have put in to bring this tournament to life. And on top of that, natural athletes. Absolute specimens of sport.
We've got a hand.
So big to come out on defense. Titov Smith with the disc.
Oh, it's beautiful.
A textbook pull. Judd's the first to touch. Finds Finn McKenzie working with Judd. O'Connor trying to pressure the mark.
Oh, what a take after such a great bid.
Huge bid by Titov Smith.
Oh, and another.
Leishman to Leishman. Joe Panaya on the mark, giving him a little bit of room. The Leishman's working backwards and forwards. McKenzie, far sideline.
Oh, great swing.
Panaya on the mark. Huge bid to try and keep that one in hands, but it's not going to be enough as Big take possession. Tyler Titov Smith with the disc on the near sideline in his defensive half. Some great cuts. We're seeing Clark peel free, but it's not going to come. Slight overthrow, but Lynch has it.
Clark, it's up.
Clark for Van Bergen, but Owen Song comes down with it.
Great read, some
huge read. Mathers there as support, but the disc is fading out. It's coming right to me.
Oh no!
A great defensive read by me. Aren't I great?
Am I allowed to?
Saved your life there, Lucy. Don't worry about it.
Definitely.
Checks in the mail. Titov Smith to initiate again from the halfway point. He wants the hammer. Manages to find the upline reset to Joe Panaya, doing what Joe Panaya does.
Oh, Van Bergen.
Wide open for Van Bergen as Big go to 6 over the Volunteer Vortex's 2.
Yeah, Big are one of those teams that I'm sort of very excited to see how they go at Div 1. Obviously, a newly started club, which is always exciting to see, particularly in Wellington. You know, we've got some very well-established clubs, and yeah, just going to be really excited to see how they perform.
So just awaiting confirmation on whether or not this is a game to 15 or 13 to determine whether or not at this point it's going to be the one that takes us to half. We see Lewis Golby with the disc. Big rip, but it's fading towards that near sideline. Touches down just in bounds. Gardner to initiate with Lynch. Goes wide to Burke.
Oh,
Swanson's
it's
going
out.
long. Quixley's an option, but it's Penaya underneath.
Oh,
It's Swanson. Once again, some great plays there.
Oh.
And just to highlight the importance, as we've said in a couple of other games, just how necessary it is to have an extra player cutting deep to clean those up. Speaking of cleaning up, one of our proud sponsors, I cannot stop shouting them out in this way. Low Cost Bins, who are helping us to keep our Kairangi Park nice and tidy. Fantastic work, really appreciate their support. We're going to see it again though. Big shot goes up. Swanson recognizes, makes that adjustment. Quixley, almost a bait option really to try and pull Penaya closer to the disc, get the timing thrown off a little bit. Just some fantastic work.
Oh, just fantastic play. That teamwork.
The curve on that throw, paralleled only by the curve on the bananas. Brought to us by New World. What a fantastic asset it is to have a supermarket get on board with the best sport in the world, as brought to you today by the team at ULTI.TV.
Ollie Judd with a massive pull.
Fielded by Penaya.
To Terry.
Van der Peet on the mark.
Yeah.
Titov Smith puts up the forehand, looking for O'Connor.
Oh, but it's
Finds Whitlock instead.
But once again, that backup player.
Exactly.
It's textbook.
It just keeps happening. As I've said, the best thing you can do as a commentator is be exactly right or be exactly wrong. That takes us to 7-3. It looks like the game is going to be to 15. We've got players already taking the half, so it might be a game to 15 for us, which is very, very exciting. It means we'll take a halftime once the first team reaches 8 points. What a put by Titov Smith. Double coverage. And it's, again, not like you've said it before, you've said it a couple times, with great height comes great responsibility. I think Whitlock is one of the most dominant players in New Zealand Ultimate,
Definitely.
owing not just due to his height, but also his ability with the disc, his leadership skills. Comes the responsibility to recognize when not to use that height. That was an option for him to maybe get involved and pull that disc down, but it wasn't necessary. So he took that step back, did the right thing for his team, which is absolutely fantastic. Okay, I've just been double updated. It is no score cap for our game, playing to 60 minutes. So we are 21 minutes, 50 seconds in. We're just going to see what happens.
Even more exciting. Oh, and it's up.
Owen Son has it. What a score. What a fantastic rip off that one. Just an absolutely beautiful play.
Yeah, and as we said, it really highlights the importance of when you're training, just throwing like crazy throws out there and learning how to catch discs that might not come at you straight into your chest as you would like. Just fantastic to see.
You can see that little adjustment he made, that shift of the hips to try and take his cut a little bit deeper. 7-4, still in favor of Big. Was Lock Kwok with the assist, Owen Son with the grab. And now to come out on defense again, Leishman, Burke, Gardner, Lynch, Kwok, Mathers, and McKenzie on defense. A low roll with a little bit of skim. Somebody's showing off his indoor prowess. Whitlock with an early reset to Aston. Penaya there is an option. Great slash crot across the front. He gets it quick. Early offload to Whitlock. Back to an unmarked Penaya. The quick give and go finds O'Connor right on the doorstep on the near sideline.
That was great D from Burke.
The whip round to Aston.
Oh.
Just outside the outstretched hands of Bagaki. I had the privilege of playing with Becca Aston on a beach hat team a couple of years ago. Just what a fantastic asset to any team. Great attitude, great awareness, good disc skills. Just really, really fantastic player and a fantastic
Absolutely.
person.
Yeah, she's been travelling recently. I've been very jealous of that.
Oh, of course. Lynch with the disc.
Oh,
Gardner
yeah.
trying to get separation, not the option. It's Leishman, far sideline, marked by Panaya. We can see Big are pressuring with a zone defense, or at least a loose, kind of poachy match defense.
Oh, great
But Lynch
grab.
gets it anyway.
Ball straight through the back.
To Gardner. DJ Flex himself offloads to Leishman. Still marked by Panaya. Not a lot developing in the downfield space. Finds Lynch. Burke's wide open if she can get the breakaway around Becca Aston. She's trying it. Goes for the low scuba. It's beautiful. I've been trying to tell people scuba is always an option. Leishman comes down over Panaya. The hammer, he winds it up. Upline for Gardner, very close to the end zone now. There it is. There's a big shot. Who is it?
Alyssa Mathers. Oh, yeah.
Just slightly overthrown by Gardner. The vision.
It was there.
Well, maybe he needs to go to Specsavers.
Oh, yeah.
Get that prescription checked just a little bit. Specsavers are not one of our sponsors, but you know who is? Pure Sports Nutrition. Cheeky drink on the sideline can make all the difference. Really get these
Absolutely.
players firing at 100%. Whitlock can't get a huck past McKenzie. Titov Smith, marked down by Kwok, goes back to Whitlock. Titov Smith, he's trying to pressure that upline cut behind the disc. A great option. There it is, looking for Aston. Mathers underneath it, but it's going to be Aston. Aston with the grab. O'Connor in hot pursuit, looking for the early reset. Aston can't get away from a defense in time, marked down by Burke. It's Lynch trying to shut down Lynch on the crossfield cut. There's not a lot happening. The stall count's getting higher. O'Connor under pressure, but it's Aston for the score as Big go to 8 over the Volunteer Vortex 4.
Oh, and what were we saying about patience? That was amazing.
Patience is overrated, I think.
Yes. Yeah, I've got to say, it's always super impressive when you can see that just the connections between the team players and how they communicate non-verbally, but they know exactly what the handler wants. It's just awesome to watch.
Absolutely.
And obviously those guys play together a lot. so
Just a
those
fantastic
connections.
assist by Tara O'Connor there. A very, very high stall as we get that sideline information.
Ooh, yeah.
But a great option. And again, as you say, it's about those communications. I think good ultimate is built on a foundation of communication. Whether or not that's talking to each other as individuals outside the context of ultimate, or whether or not it is just knowing what each other's looking for. Those little wiggles of the eyebrows when someone sticks a tongue out. Knowing what those little signals mean make all the difference. As we see Ollie Judd pick up to initiate. Altenberg carry with the disc.
Liddell. She's just working it up. Another player that's just fantastic to watch. Oh, she's going up the line, making that space.
To Wong.
Oh, another
Owen
great cut.
Sun. And a pick
Oh.
was called.
Oh, Ruhlman, another great player. Oh!
What a great bid by Judd. Ruhlman was one of the contingents who recently went to the Asia-Oceania Ultimate Championships and helped New Zealand come away with their first gold medal at a at a World Flying Disc Federation event in history, which is absolutely fantastic. Jackson Joel marked by Leishman. A great option there to find Austin Clark.
Always looking for that hammer.
Finds the reset to Joel, to Staley. Looks like she got pushed halfway across the field by some incidental contact with Sun. Laser beam right through to Van Bergen. Marked by Quixley, busy hands, but he can get it away to Joel, back to Van Bergen, all the way across to Clark. We can see that the Volunteer Vortex are running a zone. Alex Quixley was heading that up, switching off. A huge grab by Lewis Goldby, but doesn't look like he's going to come away with it. Possible contact with the ground, stripped it from his hands. Absolute heartbreak. A good read and great adjustment, putting body on the line to bring that one back, but it's not going to be enough. Judd to Altenberg carry. Back to Judd, taking yards a little bit at a time. Fakes off Leishman. Pushes to Wang, who's joined us in the commentary booth earlier today. The big high overhead finds Quixley.
Oh, Ruhlman's wide open. Great awareness.
Sun as an option. Leishman on that near sideline. He's calling for it, but the wind is starting to pick up. They put it through anyway to Quixley for a score. Fantastic work there. Volunteer Vortex 5 to Biggs 8. See that again. Sun just drops one right around Clark. Nowhere to be found. Caught him napping. Great score there by Alex Quixley.
Just identifying those gaps there.
100%. And it is. Sometimes you just got to put your defense in the spin cycle and you leave them look in the wrong direction. You target that blind side with a great aggressive cut. And that's honestly all the separation you need to chip away at a point differential like this one. It's really fantastic to see that wind starting to get a little bit chilly. Those players very fortunate to be on the field, working hard, keeping that body temperature high. Lynch, Swanson, Mathers.
Vanderpeet.
Some great defensive players who are quick to make moves on the turnover as well, which is really what Volunteer Vortex need for the next 29 minutes of this game. Lynch with a huge pull. I hope she's doing lessons.
I'd definitely take her up on those.
Oh, absolutely. Terry to pick up early. Fakes Whitlock, who's a little slow to react. Loses yards on the reset. Finds Panaya. Oh, the little beautiful dish to reset. A nice outside backhand. Absolutely sold.
Oh,
the nice push pass. They often say, right, you can never go bust buying or selling what the government's buying. But Joe Panaya never goes bust because everyone buys what he sells. Great work by Whitlock there.
That was just beautiful flow. Those handlers just dominated all the way up the field. Yep. Absolutely beautiful.
And it's one of those things that when I've played on teams and it's felt like a very handler-oriented point, it's so important to remind your downfielders and for the downfielders to be reminded that the work that they do still, cutting, creating space, it prevents the defense from creeping in. And it feels like a really thankless job, cutting and cutting and cutting to not get the disc, but it opens up space to allow those points to score. Every cut is still essential, it's still really necessary. So it's great to see those players still putting in that work, even though you're passing the disc back between 2 or 3 players.
Absolutely. It looks like Lynch is taking the pull. Just waiting for confirmation of readiness. Volunteer Vortex just getting their plans sorted.
Having a good old time. Oh, look at that. Nice little touch and roll. It's going to touch down outside of bounds, which is great, which means that the Volunteer Vortex have to take that from the sideline. So we're going to see McKenzie with the disc initially. Marked by Van Bergen. Can't stop the around break.
Oh, Roman just finding that space. To Mackenzie. Oh, and it's a hammer. Oh, unlucky.
Great defensive jump by Lewis Goldby. Manages to make the disc tip off the fingers of Sean Gardner. Defense has to go early, almost as an unwritten rule, but we've got Gabby Staley with the disc now. Taking it to the front of the end zone as we see a horizontal stack to initiate some loose defense from the Volunteer Vortex, trying to apply pressure to spaces. It's Jackson Joel with the disc now.
Oh.
Manages to get a drop from Goldby. It's Van Der Pee with the disc.
It's quite busy there in the end zone. Oh, but manages to find, is that Mackenzie?
Looks like that was Mackenzie with the score to bring it to a 9-6 game, I believe.
Oh, it's getting closer.
It's getting close.
And what we were saying, you know, that resilience, that never giving up, it's just inspiring to see. And using your whole team. Both
Absolutely.
these teams are displaying fantastic mixed ultimate.
It's mixed ultimate. That's what we came to see. That's what we want to show the folks at home.
Well, looks like we've got a bit of a switcheroo going on. Get some fresh legs.
Probably necessary after some of the intensity of the points that we've seen so far. Starting to see some pink faces come off the sidelines. Even the dogs are loving it.
And the pull is coming up.
Leishman puts it up.
It's huge.
Fielded by Whitlock to Panaya. Joel, as we have a male match majority.
O'Connor making space in the D.
It's an interesting formation they're using here.
It is.
So we've got the 4 male matching players working in a handler weave up and down the field.
Oh.
And then 3 female matching counterparts in the downfield space trying to open up those cuts. But they weren't able to get the hands to Whitlock there on that around throw. So it's going to be Lynch to pick up and initiate. Marked by Staley.
Great D there.
Puts the big one up for Mathers. Comfortable.
Oh, beautiful.
What a take, what a put. The game now within 2. 9-7, still in favor of Big, but their margin that was big is getting smaller.
Yeah, I've got to say, this Volunteer Vortex team is actually pretty impressive. That's a great lineup there.
Who would have thought that players confident enough in the sport to coach some of the teams at Division 2 and are giving up their time, probably because they're going to be playing next weekend anyway.
Yeah.
Who would have thought it? Samantha Ruhlman, one of the best female players in the country?
Wow.
No, couldn't be me. Just to clarify for those at home, I'm being a little bit facetious. Samantha Ruhlman is a fantastic player. Just want to make sure that that's very, very clear. Nothing but respect for some of the athletes on the field here at the moment.
Absolutely. And you wouldn't even know that it's heating up here. It's getting very warm.
Oh,
We've got
definitely.
gusty winds. You would know it with the way these guys are playing.
No, very chill, very calm with the disc. And as fantastic as the big side is, we've got a lot of names that have a huge history in New Zealand Ultimate, particularly all on the same team. There's a well-developed chemistry, but the Volunteer Vortex have definitely given them a run for their money.
Absolutely.
Clark to Titoff Smith on the far sideline, puts a huge shot up. looking for Whitlock. Swanson can't stop him. Oh, the big bomber himself. He goes up for it.
That height. I'm so jealous. For everybody at home, I'm really not gifted in the height department.
It's all right. You can't teach it, but tall isn't everything.
I mean, you would say
It's
that.
yeah, I would. For those who, I'm about 85 centimeters tall. Want to clarify, it doesn't make me a good player, though. That's why they've been relegated to the commentary booth, folks. Don't cry for me, Argentina. The truth is, I never skied you. So we are going to have Big come out on defense again. Lynch with the pull, supported by Reisner, Staley, Titov Smith, Joe Clark, and Terry.
There's a female matchup point this time, which means there'll be 4 female matchup players on both teams on the field.
Kwok, Rollman, Chang, Liddell, Vanderpeet, Wong. What a great reception there.
Oh, some great movement here. Oh, he's
Wong's
gone.
wide open, but the throw's a
Oh.
little awry. It's not going to work. It's going to give the disc back to Big. We've got Van Bergen to pick it up and initiate.
And that pressure there.
Finds Staley. Had an opportunity to continue to Lynch, but she didn't see it, so she's forced to go back, finding Austin Clark. Staley again, marked by Vanderpeet, winds up the big forehand. Huge fake shift to defense. There's not a lot opening up.
Clark's got it. Oh, looking for Van Bergen.
There's the big flick. Finds Van Bergen, no hesitation.
Van Bergen is just such a workhorse. He is everywhere.
And why not, really?
Yeah, why not? If you can do it.
I mean, A, if you could do it, and B, if they can't stop you.
Well, that's it.
And that's the thing. We've seen Van Bergen do a huge amount in this play. They're currently up by 3 now, the score, or 4, I believe. It's 11-7. What are Volunteer Vortex going to do to shut down Van Bergen?
Well, exactly. Let's see how they respond.
We have 18 and a half minutes to find out if they can. And this is a great clinic for those not able to join us at beautiful Awakairangi Park as we come into the second half of the day. We're going to see Big playing next week at Bob Dean Fields in Christchurch for the Division 1 New Zealand Mixed Ultimate Championships. This might be an opportunity to figure out how to shut down some of these great Div 1 threats in advance of next week's championship event.
Oh, Booth there with the massive pull. Oh, it's just floating. Will it come back in? It will.
Liddell with the disc to initiate. Judd on an aggressive upline, finds McKenzie instead, centre field. Back and around.
Oh, fantastic movement there.
Quixley, very snappy feet, but Whitlock's able to cover. Finds Burke instead, centre field. Judd with a little bit of a cheeky banana cut. Looked off in favour of Sun. Pushing to.
Oh.
Back corner with a hammer for Quixley.
Well, if you can't beat them, join them.
Absolutely, right? Why not? When in doubt, throw a hammer.
Absolutely.
It's the most indoor ultimate culture, because a lot of players who get their start in indoor, they are quite aggressive with those upside down throws, the hammers and the scubas, mainly because there's no wind. It's really easy to throw any kind of disc, it turns out. But you really see that leap when you have players bring that to the outdoor field, really start to stretch the range a little bit, really start to adapt to the conditions, to feel out the wind, to find out what's happening, and still make those throws happen anyway. So great work there to bring Volunteer Vortex back within 3.
And it can be just that surprise that breaks the deadlock. It's just, yeah, an underrated skill.
Whitlock hurriedly taking the field to try and make up the correct gender split for the next point. Leishman with the pull. That is a beauty. Oh, my godfather. Oh, too pretty.
Gone to Terry, making some strides there. Oh, great cut from Dinsdale's, making space down deep. Oh, great take from Whitlock.
Nice, easy under there for Dinsdale. To Titov Smith. Terry available as an option. Turns that into a quick give-go. Tries to get the separation from Gardner. Works back towards the far sideline to find Whitlock. O'Connor pushing deep. Testing Lynch. Decides not. The option is instead to find Dinsdale on that aggressive under. Not quite able to get to hands. Scrambling to reset the defense. O'Connor calling the force towards the far sideline as Lynch picks up. She's got the arms. She knows she can do it. Leishman a little tight. Joe hard on the mark.
Oh.
Great bid by McKenzie, but there's an injury called because his hands got caught underneath him as he came in the layout. Goodness gracious. So Quixley's going to come on as a substitution. Looks like he may have taken a bite out of that desk. So we're going to swap that out for a fresh one.
I mean, is that what you call a tasty layout?
I was really trying to stop myself from saying that, I will admit. The nice inside Panaya tries to get a touch, but Leishman's going to secure it. Lucy, you're incorrigible. But the disc knows.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to go back to big.
Oh, beautiful around there.
Titov Smith.
Oh!
For Whitlock. Not in, not in. Puts one across to Dinsdale for the score. 12-8. Big up by 4. Some great work by tournament official Emily Dinsdale. What a fantastic performance there for Big.
You can really tell that they've been playing together, training together. Those connections are really crisp. The trust in each other is just fantastic to see.
And again, that low release half pivot backhand, we're going to be seeing a lot of that throughout the changing face of Ultimate over the next few seasons. We'll get to see that again. Whitlock establishes a high neutral stance and then immediately dropping into that half pivot, almost in motion to get around the defense. Really great work there.
So casual.
Too easy almost. Not to cast aspersions on the person who was trying to defend him, but it was just a great throw.
Okie doke, and it looks like we've got Clark stepping up to take the pull. And it's massive. What a beautiful put.
Absolute phenomenon. Touching down, fielded by Kwok early to find Judd as the defense slowly closes the pressure in. Jackson Joe leaving his assignment behind to try and find a better defensive position.
Oh, there comes
Wong
Smith.
gets looked off. It's Staley with the run-through block.
Oh, she's so sneaky. I love it.
Swanson not able to get the turn back.
Oh, Lynch looking for Bugaki.
Judd with a touch on it, I think. It's going to give the disc back.
Oh!
Wong tries to go over the top, but Clark is just too much.
Oh.
Jackson Joe, he's not quite there. He's got Van Berg as an option. Are we going to see a hammer? Not quite, but the big blade.
Oh!
Altenberg carry had that one sealed up. Question is, are they going to call a foul on that? Looks like there may have been contact.
No call.
Looks like they're not going to call that one.
Yeah.
Nice and clean by Altenberg carry in the end.
Oh, hurrying to get to the reset. Oh.
Swanson trying to sell Van Bergen.
Oh, Matt,
manages
is
it.
gone. She's gone.
Mathers with an option to adjust. Can she get there? What a grab.
Oh, that's just phenomenal.
And looks like it might have been a turn on the throw, trying to close that one out. But what a great attempt to get it in the first place as Clark, marked by Sun, finds the inside break. The high release over the top. In motion, backhand, trying to find Sun.
Ooh, Stacey Mathers creating that space again. Judd's coming through.
Altenberg carry, looking for an option.
Oh, unlucky.
Joe picked up the disc a little too early. The defense slow to really establish anything in the downfield space.
Oh, Boost got that one.
Same team, guys, same team. Van Bergen pushing deep, trying to give that option there. He's stretching it now. Swanson looking to close. Swanson can't get a hand to it, but can pour on the pressure.
So much excitement.
Kwok to pick up the disc and initiate. We're going to try and run it back one more time. The Volunteer Vortex looking to push downfield. 10 minutes left on the clock. It's doable to bring back that deficit, although the team from Big are not going to make it easy.
Oh, nice. Great swing.
Great open swing there. Nice fake to look off the cut. As we go back to Kwok to Altenberg carry. Some give go as we start chaining passes up, and the backhand goes up looking for Judd. Staley in hot pursuit. Judd just outside the end zone finds Swanson in the end. Manages to bring it back within 10 minutes on the clock.
Oh, can they do this?
Oh, it's anybody's game.
Absolutely. And I think what we're seeing from the Volunteer Vortex is they're just not giving up.
Oh, yeah.
Great to watch.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing, right? If you're in a unique situation where it's a game where everyone's watching, but the stakes are functionally non-existent.
Fantastic
Plus,
time.
Volunteer Vortex. Most of them don't have to play another game after this. They're warmed up, but they can leave everything out.
It's true.
With all respect to coaches, as much as it requires from you mentally in terms of leadership, in terms of remaining calm, if you're completely gassed, you can still point. You can draw a zone on a whiteboard. You don't, you don't need to be able to stand up to lead effectively. And if it's good enough for Franklin Delano Roosevelt, it's good enough for the Volunteer Vortex. Leave it all behind, team. You don't have another game after this. Just leave it out. Get back to coaching. Bring your teams through to the final so we get to see those smiling faces again. Liddell with the disc. Supported by Burke, Vanderpeet, Ruhlman, Quixley, Leishman. Touches down with a little bit of roll in the defensive half for Big. 7.5 minutes left on the field. Whitlock finds Reisner. Vanderpeet closes the trap. Reisner gets around, finds Dinsdale, goes up over the top. Burke with a touch. Great touch by Burke. Quick recenter to Vanderpeet. Leishman with a big fake. Gets a bite out of Whitlock. It's gone long. O'Connor gets a touch on it, and it's not going to come down in the hands of Ruhlman. Absolutely fantastic pressure there. Big leaving nothing behind. A giant bite out, layout attempt by Whitlock. Panaya has O'Connor as an option. He decides not to look instead. Working with
Aston.
Leishman out of position. Whitlock puts it up looking for O'Connor. Liddell in hot pursuit. But it's O'Connor who comes down with it for the score. 13-9. 6.5 minutes left on the clock. Big up by 4.
Ooh.
What a game.
Spicy. So spicy. Ooh, looks like we're having some full team changeovers here, some fresh legs. So it looks like it's going to be Lynch with the pole. Just waiting on confirmation of readiness from the other team. Just figuring out their strategy. And we have a hand.
Touches down with a little bit of roll.
Oh, goodness me.
That's going to give the signifier that this is going to be the last point of the game. It's Burke, marked by Staley. Puts a nice shot up. Chan can't do it. Staley's got it. Going to be working back a long field ahead. Terry is a reset option. Booth trying to cut to the break side. Give an option.
Oh,
Burke with the steal.
great take that. Oh, look.
Nice high blade. That's going to be it. That's going to be the end of the game.
What a way to finish it.
What a fantastic finish as Volunteer Vortex break double digits, making it a 3-point showcase game. This, folks, is what Ultimate is all about. Guys, gals, non-binary pals, those here at the field and those at home, thank you so much for tuning into our showcase game. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope you stick around to watch the rest of the Division 2 New Zealand Mixed Ultimate Championships in 2023 at Ellwood Park. Brought to you by ULTI.TV. My name, as always, is Blair Munro.
And I'm Lucy Ashford.
And it has been an absolute pleasure to be your eyes and ears on the ground to provide commentary and context throughout this game. Please join us for the next one. We would love to have you with us. Thank you so much.
ULTI.TV.